Hi, let's discuss activation tree for example 2. I already discussed one activation tree for Quicksort algorithm. Let's discuss activation tree for Fibonacci number. This is the function and we need to draw activation tree for F5. N is not equal to 0, N is not equal to 1, so we'll execute the else part. It will return Fn minus 1 plus Fn minus 2. Means from F5 we'll call f of 4 plus f of 3. Next we'll call this function f of 4. From f of 4 we'll call f of 3 plus f of 2. Then we'll call this function f of 3. From f of 3 we'll call f of 2 plus f of 1. Then we'll call f of 2. From f of 2 we'll call f of 1 plus f of 0. Now we'll call this function f of 1. If n equal to 1, return 1. Means this function will return 1. Then we'll call this function f of 0. If n equal to 0, return 0. So f of 0 will return 0. Next we'll return f of 2. F of 2 value is addition of these two. So 1 plus 0, it will be 1. Next we'll call f of 1. F of 1 will return 1. Next we'll return f of 3. F of 3 will be addition of 1 plus 1, it will be 2. Next we'll call f of 2. 2 is not equal to 0, not equal to 1, so we'll execute the else part. It will call f of 1 plus f of 0. F of 1, it will return 1. F of 0 will return 0. Now f of 2 will return 1. 1 plus 0, 1. Next we'll return f of 4. F of 4 will be 2 plus 1, it will be 3. Next we'll call f of 3 function. F of 3 will call f of 2 plus f of 1. Then we'll call f of 2. F of 2 will call f of 1 plus f of 0. Now f of 1 will return 1, f of 0 will return 0, then f of 2 will return 1 plus 0, 1. This f of 1 will return 1, then f of 3 will return 1 plus 1, 2. Now this f of 5 will return 3 plus 2, 5. In previous lecture, I discussed that pre-order traversal is same as the calling sequence, while post-order traversal is same as the return sequence. Now do the pre-order traversal on this activation tree. Pre-order is what? Root, left, right. So root, left, then it also have child. So left, then left, then left, then right, then right. Then we'll move right. Here root, left, right. Then we'll move right. Then here left, left, right, then right. So this is a pre-order traversal. It is same as the calling sequence. First we call F5, then we call F4, then we call F3, then we call F2, then 1, F of 0, then F of 1, then this F of 1, 0, like this. Let me do post-order traversal on same activation tree. In post-order traversal, first we traverse left, then right, then root. So left means this f of 1 first will return from this function, then will return from f of 0, then will return from f of 2. Left, right, root, then will return this f of 1, then will return f of 3, then will return this left f of 1, then this f of 0, then will return f of 2, then will return f of 4, then will go to left, that is f of 1, then will return this f of 0, then will return this f of 2, then f of 1, then f of 3, then will return this f of 5. So the sequence of return is same as the post order traversal, while the sequence of call is same as pre-order traversal. I discussed two examples of activation tree. This is enough. Let's discuss activation record. The procedure call and return are usually managed by a runtime stack called as a control stack. Each live activation has an activation record, or sometimes we call as a frame, on the control stack, with the root of the activation tree at the bottom and the entire sequence of the activation record on the stack corresponding to the path in the activation tree to the activation where control currently resides. Suppose we will do control stack for this. First it will be f of 5, then from f of 5 we'll call f of 4, then from f of 4 we'll call f of 3, then from f of 3 we'll call f of 2, Then from f of 2 we'll call f of 1. Now f of 1 will return, means we'll pop. So value will return 1. Then we'll call f of 0. Now f of 0 will return, so this will pop. Then f of 2 will return, means this will pop. Then we'll call this f of 1. Then we'll return f of 1, so it will pop. Then f of 3 will return, so we'll pop this f of 3. Then we'll call f of 2, so we'll push f of 2. Then we'll call f of 1. Then when it will return, we'll simply pop it. So the latter activation has its record on the top of the stack. Root will be at bottom of the stack and the latter activation will be at top of the stack. This is a general activation record. It will contain temporaries, local data, saved machine status, access link, control link, return value and actual parameter. Let's discuss one by one. So temporary values such as those arising from the evaluation of expression in case where those temporary cannot held in register. The temporary that are not held by register can held by the activation record. Next is local data. Local data means the local data for the procedure whose activation record this is. The function whose activation record this is, that local data can be held by the activation record. There is save machine status. Save machine status means before calling whatever the machine status, that we can keep in save machine status. So save machine status keep information about the state of the machine just before call of the procedure. This information typically include the return address and the content of register that were used by the calling procedure, and that must be restored when the return occur. Next is the access link. So access link may be needed to locate data needed by the called procedure but found elsewhere. We can say in another activation record. So access link means some data that may found in another activation record. So that link will be here. Next, control link pointing to the activation record of the caller, the function which call. Suppose function A call function B, then A is the caller while B is the callee. Next, space for the return value of the called function. Every function don't return some value, so if it don't return, it will be blank. And maximum time we keep return value in register rather than activation record for the efficiency. Next is the actual parameter. The actual parameter used by the calling procedure. So commonly these values are not placed in the activation record, but rather we prefer register for greater efficiency. However, we show a space for them to be completely general. This is a general activation record, but maximum thing we keep in register, like return value, actual parameter, all these maximum thing we keep in register. So all these partition may be present, may not be present according to function. Let's see one example of activation record for Quicksort. I already discussed activation tree for Quicksort. Now I will do the activation record for Quicksort. This is an empty control stack. First it will post all the global information. Your global variable is int AR11. That information will push. Then execution will start from main. So it will push main onto the control stack, the activation record of main, or you can say frame of main. Then it will call the read array function. So when it call the read array function, that activation record will push onto the control stack. Then it will read this array, then it will return. When it will return, it will simply pop this information from the control stack and it will return to main. We'll call this function quicksort19. So when it call quicksort19, it will push this information in this space. It will reuse this space. Now in this same space, we push quicksort19 information, and there it will contain the actual parameter, that is mn, local variable, that is I. Now from quicksort, it will call the partition19. First function call is partition19. So when it call partition19, that activation record will be pushed onto the stack. Then when it will return from that function, this activation record will be popped from the stack. Suppose it will return 4. Now top of the stack is quicksort19. Then from quicksort19, we'll call this quicksort13. Now from quicksort13, we'll call partition13. So partition13 activation record will be pushed onto the stack. Then when we'll return from partition, 1 3. So that information will be popped from the stack. Now we'll return to quicksort 1 3. Now top of the stack contain quicksort 1 3 as this information will be popped. Then it will call quicksort 1 0. So now this quicksort 1 0 information will push onto the stack. So like this it will continue. Now you can see this control stack contain all the activation record. Integer 19 is active, main is active, quicksort 19 is active, quicksort 13 is active, quicksort 10 is active. The sequence we push activation record onto the control stack is same as the pre-order traversal, means root, left, right. First we'll push main activation record, then we'll push reader activation record. When we'll return from this function, we'll pop this information, then we'll push quicksort 19 activation record, then we'll push partition 19 activation record, and when we'll return, we'll pop this, then we'll push quicksort 13 activation record, then we'll push partition 13 activation record. Then when we'll return, we'll pop this and we'll push quicksort 10 activation record. This is the same way as pre-order traversal. We are pushing activation record in the same way of calling sequence, or you can say same as pre-order traversal of activation tree. In today's lecture, I discussed one activation tree example and activation record with one example. If this lecture is helpful for you, please like and subscribe. Thank you.